when already, like, we're looking at Cassio, Caitlyn, looking at range, Jules. Needs to be a sign. I respect this from Kana. It is going to be a noodle fight in the top lane, because otherwise, what was their front line? What was their engage? Because they do need some kind of setup here alongside the Annie, and I feel like Sign was the best choice. As you do. Nice knock into the air. Kana, hang on, Broken Blade. He gets grasped. Kana's going to get the W out, and yeah, full decimating smash. Looking good. Yahoo just TP'd in. He gets a stun. That saves his life. If he didn't have that incinerate up, I think Yahoo was dead.
Yeah, but that's a flash burn from Skewmont on a Vi. So great stuff right there from Yahoo to have the flash, and Yike is looking top.
Meanwhile, Pathmaker, yeah, it's already been used. Double Dark and Daggers. Kana almost dies. Under turret, Yike has to tank it up, almost dies himself. Everybody lives. Han Summer is a threat. Getting away from that Piltover Peacemaker. Labrov steps up and gets a root down onto Kalist. Mana bar very low for KC, by the way. Caps coming in with a petrifying gaze. Kalista just pressed Q and trying to find it through autos. Lethal tempo and flash away from Labrov. Han Summer, Glitterlance, flash away from that. KC have ducks in a row, man. Yike's got his ulti. He sees Han Summer, and now here comes the reset. An easy double Dark and Daggers. It's going to connect. A double kill over to Yike, and KC will wipe G2.
Tiber, sorry, which actually solidified that Yike gets the Skull Crab, grabs that level 6 Qmod looking mid.
Decent assist. Yeah, grounded he is as well. Gets the Incinerate down, jumping in. Petrifying Gaze gets the slow, and there's a kill. Now Yike in trouble as well. A Vault Breaker out as Yike has the flash, but Caps gets the flash Twin Fang. It's 2 kills for G2 in the mid lane as Kliss sends it with the all-in. Wants to get that Arclight of Ruin, lay it down. He does indeed find it, but Han Summer, not enough damage yet to get the 80 carry of G2. Kliss sends it in, but G2 will live.
Yike is shadowing right here, but I wonder if they're going to consider diving at all. There is barrier and heal, and they're looking for it. The ult goes in.
Yeah, Call the Pack is good. Polymorph as well. Han Summer doesn't get to move. Arclight of Ruin lays down Labrov, and Yike now pulls in a Hound's Pursuit. Caps came in. Petrifying Gaze finds the jungle, but Caps is in a 1v4. We were just praising him, but Caps kind of entered with the TP. Yike picks up 2 more kills. And KC are essentially given Uber Eats in the bot lane. This is a clinical game here as he looks for the invade, but a Vault Breaker might find him. Yike's gone a little bit deeper. He goes into Hound's Pursuit to go invulnerable, but now doesn't have it. Cease and desist after the Vault Breaker. Yike is getting shredded by Skewmon. The damage is nuts still. This is the power of Vi at 1 item, and he's just looking in for the 1v1 with Caps at his side.
Here we go again, the junglers. Yahoo walking in, the ult.
Call the Pack going to be used. Eviscerate, no, just Hound's Pursuit.
What is going on?
Kill. And a reset as well onto Caps. Maybe thinking about it as well. Petrifying Gaze catches him, though. It's an easy one as a Cassiopeia, but he doesn't have enough damage to stay and call the fight.
Jake, what is going on? This is just an ego battle going on. You went at my Raptors. I'll go at your Raptors. You didn't have mid lane prio. I don't have mid lane prio. Let's just go at it. It's never 1v1. It's never Nafiri versus Vi. It's always one team versus another. Yahoo getting caught here. Doesn't have flash. He'll be fine. He's got the squid coming. Yeah.
Bucio's with him as well. Yeah, so... Dragon's up, by the way. Herald's up in 30. That's a bit of a play as Labrov's going to get sent up. Call the Pack on his head. Wild Growth on his head as well. Labrov, will he be saved? No, the Hound's Pursuit as a reset is given over to Yike, who's just clearing.
Too deep.
With his Eviscerate and Double Dark and Daggers. Yike is 7-2-1. Now Han Summer's in the pit by himself. He wants to get out, but again, calling the Pack in. Yike has got himself an entry. He wants to Eviscerate over the walls. Broken Blade now in the choke. Double Dark and Daggers. Broken Blade has to flash away from it. Decimating Smash catches him at the end, though. The ulti misses from Kana, but it won't matter. Broken Blade is still squishy enough to the 4 members of KC, but Caps, he stands in. Petrifying Gaze does get good damage down as Kana won't walk into his range, but look at Kalist. He's pumping out the damage as well with the Kraken Slayer as KC still find a winning fight. They're 10-3. Dragon, it doesn't go down, by the way, as Kalist gets slowed on down. Broken Blade's going all on out. Pathmaker, dodged by Kalist. We're just getting silly with it, I think, but KC are happy to do so. They keep winning these fights. G2 are just sending it. And every time, I think it's getting worse. 2
kills in, almost stacked Rod of Ages. He's looking for his second item. Yahoo's running down Broken Blade, and the Avengers are suddenly showing up top side of the map with the rebuild.
And putting down the miasma is good, but Cap's going to get stunned on up. They've got a target. Cap's going to flash away into the brush to dodge. Arclight of Ruin slows him down. Petrifying Gate only slow as well, and Kalist just sends it in. Caps is dead. Next to go might be Broken Blade as the turret's going to fall with it as well. Look at the Herald to charge. Everyone diving in from KC. G2 are left only with 3, and one of them is going to stay around mid. And Yike is just the one dunking down. Here's the TP in. He's going to call in the Pack and try and go invulnerable. Now that that's down, we have to question, what can Broken Blade do? He teleported into Kana, getting a Noxious Blast down, but Labrov just took a solid chunk. Caps running, but the flash, the ulti into Caps as one-man petrifying gaze, while Tibbers gets dropped on down, only onto one man as well. Cease and desist. A messy fight from KC. They should be winning this in spades, but Yike has to back away. Different angles here as Yahoo was in the river. Decimating Smash in the meanwhile, by the way, is kind of flash ultied. The team fight's a little bit risky business here as KC's still going to try and steal.
Yeah, they're going to re-TP their Sion into this fight. Here it comes. Yike is looking for the 50-50.
Oh, he hasn't gotten any kills this game. He flashes over the wall. Skewman won't follow instead. They look for Khalez, who gets flashed on by Broken Blade, has to burn his own. Now G2 are looking for the chase down. Skewmon and Yike are going to battle it out. Kana goes in. There's a flash. Cease and desist. No, but he has a vault breaker that he will take over the wall. Yike is going to get on out while Dragon stacking is stopped. And G2 just clawed back like 2,500 gold.
I do not want to hear Broken Blade slander ever freaking again.
Okay.
Because his team fight coordination with Caps single-handedly saved that team fight. I don't know if we're going to rewatch that replay, but that was absolutely flawless coordination between the mid-top duo of G2 as they have started the Baron right here. Yike is still around. That's not the smite.
Yeah, but Broken Blade's taking no damage as he zones off G2. Are they going to flip this against Yike? He doesn't have ulti, and they know it. He doesn't have flash either. They know that too. Root down, Baron in the ground. There's a good stun from Yeo. He has an angle. Tibbers does good job as well. LeBron trying to get out there. G2 looking to run out of dodge, but Miasma down. Casey can't even get the kill. LeBron uses shield. Tibbers is looking for a target, but he ain't going to reach. All in, I think a mistake is Broken Blade might be the first target for Petrifying Gaze. Helps claim Yike's life. Boost here from an angle. I don't know what Casey are doing, but from different angles in a front-to-back comp, you must be crazy. Busio gets chased down by Broken Blade, and G2 have 5 Baron buffs. KC are throwing this lead in the goddamn wastebasket, man. Like, Yike is diving, and Callista's pushing in midway. I don't know what's going on.
Looking for T-Burst.
Yeah, they set up. They do find Cavs. Decimating Smash. He's just dead. Nice pick. Finally bringing it all together, setting up Kana in. And now with the ulti, Hunt Summer is also front-lining. G2 seem to be throwing it back here as they just enable KC to play the final front-to-back that we talked about earlier on. Yike has killed 3, or at least helped. And now that G2 are losing their Baron buff, the game is going to equalize again.
Sending it with a deep TP.
Okay, Omega Lila. If we're talking about LPL, it feels like it, doesn't it? Miasma down. Kana is isolated. The rest of the team coming in, but Kana dying quickly. Petrifying Gaze stops his TP. Tried to get out with a cheeky play. With Busio as well. There's good poke damage. Skewmon sets up into Kana. Decimating Smash going to find him on the edge. All in is Yahoo, but it's a one-man Tibbers. Meanwhile, Broken Blade with an angle up against the wall. Decimating Smash going to find again. Broken Blade has to get out with a flash of his own. Front to back here for G2 going to be started off. KC
Yahoo TP.
Using Kana in the way. Yike is looking for an angle. You said it. TP over as Caps gets Petrifying Gaze, but at half HP, there's an angle. Broken Blade ran into Cliff and he's dead. They didn't expect all the damage here from the French AD carry. All in for the house pursuit. Yike is going to use it now, but Dark Light of Ruin gets to slow down G2 without their top laner, their front line. Ace in the hole going to be used on Yike on the way out as well.
Looking potentially for anyone from KC who's going to walk in. G2's going to bait with the Baron start, and Skewmon again is looking at the back of the pit.
The angle's so good. Cease and desist use. Flash Miasma. Tibbers on Cap's head. Petrifying Gaze zones off the pit. Tibbers doing good work, but again, Jungler is down. Cap's going to survive while the stun from Yahoo saves his life, or at least gives him space. Kalist also, he still has flash, but he's gone into ulti at half HP. Baron going to be started by G2.
Absolutely flawless execution again. Skewmon finds the angle, but Yahoo does have the T-Burst to scout forward. They have no smite, no chance to steal the Baron, and yet another very creative way from G2 to try and regain numbers advantage. Skewmon, yeah, but look at who's guarding. Broken Blade playing as close to that bush as possible. Yahoo wrapping around. Hansama too far forward.
Smash, Tibbers comes through. Hansama gets cleansed out immediately, and he just dies. I mean, maybe I was too high on the man. Kalist's going to go golden using that Zony's outcross, but he's dead coming out. Petrifying Gaze gets the remnants of Kana, and Casey just walk into the mid lane to end it quicker. It felt Yahoo had a target, and they just didn't count the fact that Cleanse was up. TP in, and G2 are going to take a criminal game and a series to 2-0.
I mean, honestly, hats off again to Caps and Broken Blade. Their team fighting has been absolutely stellar, pulling G2 out of an early game deep deficit, and oh my god, we might get the repeat from Madrid.
Maybe we will. It's a 2-0 already. Match point for EWC, qualifications for G2. as they put KC in the hole. That was disgusting. And G2 know it. G2 know it. They got. I don't know what they got away with, but only I think the chat can decide.
Hey, listen, they're all laughing on their cameras. Okay, so I think they already know that they go away with murder right there.
Come on, man.
I'll give it to KC. I'll give it to KC.